10 months of preparations for Cosmoverse are finally coming to an end. We're just one day away. You can see it 14 hours as I'm recording this video. Tomorrow, Cosmoverse, Dubai. A lot of time, obviously, energy, resources went into planning Cosmoverse. And I'm very glad that it's finally here. A lot of cosmonauts have already arrived in Dubai. And I hope many of you that are listening and being subscribers of Cryptocito also, a lot of you could come out to Dubai and get to experience Cosmoverse. And I think it's very important, mainly for the reason that it is a platform for Cosmos to have a place to communicate and showcase the diversity, variety, and size of the entire ecosystem, number one. Number two, also, for all these teams, founders, builders, developers, to get together, to brainstorm, refine some ideas. And I think every single year, ever since we started in 2021, there's always been great things and products and networks and chains and airdrops coming out of Cosmoverse directly. And it's going to be no different this year. What is going to be different, though, is the introduction of Cosmoverse tracks. This year is all about specific verticals. You can already see it here visualized on the website. The Bitcoin track, led by Babylon, who is one of the headline sponsors and Bitcoin track owner, contains a lot of these projects that all have speaking segments, whether it's on the main stage, on the developer stage, workshops, and our executive lounge, or as an integrated event, which I'm going to get to as well. Then we have the RWA track led by Mantra, that have also been headline sponsors for this year, and JP and the team. Nick, actually Prof K, been a long-time friend of mine as well. In 2018, I would even consider him sort of a mentor for my own crypto journey. So I'm very, very excited to see this full circle moment happening. A lot of projects, also Sharuk Partners, which is based here in the UAE, Smart Crowd, that are tokenizing real estate, Neptune, GSR, coinbureau, of course, is going to be there, Nick, Guy, and the crew. Axelar as well, Gorgios, the co-founder of Axelar, is going to be on stage as well, and many more. And you can see we have these 10 different tracks. The interchain track, which is also one of the busiest tracks, as you can see by the variety of projects and amount of logos that are part of that track. Osmosis leading the DeFi track, and then of course we have the Cosmos Hub AEZ track, which also contains obviously Stride and Neutron that are already established consumer chains, but also some of the upcoming ones and some of the projects that are also leveraging Atom as interchain capital, for example. Then we have an AI track also led by Akash Network, DYDX leading the AppChains track, Omniflix, which to be honest are some of the hardest workers in all of crypto, and one of the hardest workers also in the Cosmos ecosystem specifically, ZK EVM, and the Enterprise track, which is also going to be very interesting. We also confirmed another speaker from Sui Network as well. So you can see it's a lot more segmented and categorized this year. A lot of speakers that are not necessarily native to Cosmos, like Animoca, like Sui, like Midnight as well, Ripple, of course, right? Which showcases that there's a lot of interest also from outside ecosystems to get to connect and build together with some of the projects in the interchain. Helios as well, Mert is going to be here, one of the biggest proponents of Solana. And I would also say in terms of quality, this is the best lineup we've ever had. And if you are going to be at Cosmoverse tomorrow for all 3 days, then I strongly recommend you to spend some time studying the agenda. We have 3 days, day 1, day 2, day 3, and each day has different breakout rooms, different stages, right? So obviously have the main stage, which is also going to be live streamed here in this channel, amongst others. We have the developer stage for more technical talks, which is owned and sponsored by Neutron. Then we also have the executive lounge, which is only accessible for speakers, whales, and those who purchased the executive ticket, the whale pass, so to speak. And then we also have an integrated event on day 1, which is all around DYDX. So they have their own stage, their own agenda, and their own lineup. And day 2, we have the Interchain Day as a special day, and you can already see the agenda is also up here on the website. You can RSVP here as well if you only want to come to Interchain Day. And also we have a lot of workshops happening, right? And this is exactly what, maybe for you, if you're just kind of watching the videos here on Cryptocito, if you're only on Twitter, like you probably think this is maybe like boring or you don't really care about it. But the workshops, to be honest, are probably the most productive thing at Cosmoverse, because those are refined groups, classroom style setups, 15, 20, 30 people max, that are all actually curious to build on these networks, to build applications, to improve the infrastructure. And that applies to all projects, right? For example, the Babylon workshop is a 3.5-hour session on different topics that range from the basics on Bitcoin staking, then also POS integrations, how you actually integrate Babylon, scaling deployment, and then also Kobo and Anchor. And then if you browse through the other workshops, obviously Union, they also have their fellowships as a result of Cosmos India, where they flew out 12 Indian developers, mainly Indian, that are going to attend this, and they get a custom experience for customers. They got accommodation paid for, flights paid for, they're going to get food and beverage, they got free tickets from us as customers. This is part of the kind of collaboration we have with Union. They're going to have access to workshops, and they can also stay until Heckmos if they wish to. But I think this is so extremely valuable. Like, even if it's just a group of 5, 10, 12 people that are in these workshops, it can actually be life-changing for these people to get connected to some of the founders, builders, or teams that are in the Cosmos. Then I think day 3 is one of the most action-packed segments, I would say, at Cosmoverse. This is where we have the ZK EVM segment, which also features Ripple, a keynote by Ripple, features a panel with Pierces that is building this EVM sidechain using evmos to connect the Cosmos ecosystem through IBC to the XRP ledger, aka the Ripple ecosystem. Midnight, which is basically native to the Cardano ecosystem. In fact, on day 2, we also have a keynote that you can't miss from Sebastian Bode on Cardano IBC, which is going to be very, very interesting. This is going to be the public announcement about Cardano IBC. An enterprise segment with Deutsche Telekom, Animoca Brands, Yatsu is going to be there. Costas from Sui Network is going to be there. Humayun from Fetch AI, or now it's the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. And then closing it off with the Cosmos Hub segment, and then 2 panels here, as we also have the pitching competition finals on the main stage, closing off day 3. So this is number 1, the full agenda. Number 2, side events. A lot of people have asked about this as well. There's a bunch of side events, more to be added. Those are the integrated events inside the Cosmos venue. We have DYDX Day on Monday, on Tuesday, Interchain Day. Wednesday, we have Bitcoin Day, and Tuesday in the Executive Lounge, we also have a VC and Investors Day, which is basically the evolution of our investors track from last year. And we have more than 100 registrations, outside registrations from the VCs that are coming anyways, that are specifically coming to this networking happy hour event in our Executive Lounge. And that means, like, number 1, Cosmos is on people's radar. Like, if it would be really, really bad if nobody would have signed up for those sessions, and they want to learn, they need to learn, they don't know really much about it. I've talked to hundreds of people over the past months. They don't really know what Cosmos actually is. They think Atom is Cosmos, that's it. They don't know that Celestia is Cosmos, aka the interchain, that Mantra, Babylon, you name it, Movement Labs that is coming up, Barachain, right? All these chains that are basically IBC enabled are part of the interchain, and multi-billion dollar chains, Fetch AI, the ASI as well, are all Cosmos chains as much as the Cosmos Hub Atom is. Then we have side events, Akash Network on day 1, and OmniFlix, the FlixFest, which we are also sponsors of with Stakesito. We're sponsoring FlixFest, which I think is the first time that we're actually sponsoring an event. But if anybody then deserves a sponsorship, it's the OmniFlix team. Like I said earlier, hardest working team in all of crypto. Then we have a lot of other events. Also, Blockchain Live is happening, Cardano Summit is happening, and then on Wednesday, the official Cosmoverse after party by Mantra. On the 24th, we have then a Neutron beach party with Valence called Newt Beach. You can register there. It's already 250 plus people that have signed up. And then, of course, our Hackmos Hackathon, to which over 350 hackers have registered. And you might think now, okay, well, that's a cool number, maybe, whatever. But doing this in Dubai is absolutely insane. No one has ever done this in Dubai. A hackathon that size, that quality of developers that are also coming from all over the world. We have registrations from Argentina, from South Korea, from all over the US, Canada, everywhere, Europe, a lot of Europeans that are coming as well. So I think Hackmos is going to be really nice, and there's also quality projects that are coming out of this. In fact, from last year's Hackmos at Istanbul, there was one team, one guy who has been building at Hackmos, and this year at Cosmoverse, he's pitching in our pitching competition, and who knows, he might also get funding for his idea. He might also get a grant or something to basically not only get access to the network, but also directly get access to the liquidity. And this is what Cosmoverse enables. And then, of course, we have Binance Blockchain Week, which is in the Coca-Cola Arena, which is a crazy venue. But now that CZ is coming, I think this is going to be filled up easily. Then also, big innovation we have is Cosmos Ventures, of which the Executive Lounge is also a big part of. And this is going to be the first time we're doing this, but these are all the investor partners that we have onboarded. Crypto Chuck here, big shout out. He's been working relentlessly on this for the past 6 months, and the outcome is going to be visible, I guess, next week, but already kind of the interest that we're seeing is very, very positive. And I think this is much, much needed in Cosmos. It's inexistent right now, and we're trying our best to fix that. Now, if you're not able to come, then you will have the chance, obviously, to watch the live stream. I just set everything up here. It's going to be here on CryptoCito here on this channel. We're also streaming on other channels, like obviously the main Cosmoverse YouTube channel as well. Also on OmniFlix. They're also broadcasting, because the OmniFlix team is also the team that is doing all the visuals. Even this thumbnail, for example, right? All the visuals that you will see between the presentations, between the slides, the whole production. They're literally sitting at the AV desk for 3 days and have been since Cosmoverse Lisbon. Well, in Lisbon they did it remotely, but then Medellin and Istanbul, they were actually on ground there doing that. So huge shout out to the Omnifix team, would not be possible without them. And also huge shout out to LP Labs, which is the team that has been doing our website, and they have done an absolutely amazing job, and it's been amazing to also work with them. Very clean, very like straightforward. They're super reliable, super fast, and yeah, I think the website looks amazing, so I'm very proud of that as well. The speaker lineup looks amazing, very proud of that as well. And of course the agenda, Hackmos, Cosmos Ventures, side events. A lot of work went into this, and I'm glad that we're finally here. So even though it's a crazy busy day today and I have hundreds of messages, I still wanted to get this video out because I think, you know, I just want to share that, the concept of this here, so that you have also more context, more background, and hopefully get to watch the live stream tomorrow. And that's it. Yeah, if you are in Dubai, obviously looking forward to meet as many of you as possible. And if you still want to come but you don't have a ticket, you will also have the chance to buy a ticket on the spot at the counter. So if you're coming, let's say on Tuesday at 2 p.m., you can just purchase a day pass, or if you're coming on for all 3 days tomorrow, you can also buy a full conference pass for the 3 days. So you'll be able to do it at the registration counter in the venue at the Grand Hyatt downtown Dubai, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Anyways, back to work. I'm going to see you very soon. Until then, stay safe and be good.